Hello everybody and welcome back to Girls Duo Cup here ran by Dapple Productions. We have round 2, we have Double Date versus Chaoszug. I believe that's correct. If not, I'm sorry for butchering the pronunciation.
Zug like zoop. Zoop.
Chaoszug. I think that works. Chaoszug, okay. And to start off, Inkblot, Scorch, Gorge, Tower Control, Inkblot, and Rainmaker, Eeltail. What good this map list. I like those.
Yeah, it's a great map list set. No zones in this one. Like you were saying before, Clamblitz, Scorch, Gorge, definitely mid control, as Clamblitz is basically just turf war with an objective. Getting the clams, getting your specials together, and as we go into this match, we see Double Date with a Stamper this time, and Chaoszug running a Charger, and a Tetris as well. Tetris will be key here if they can get across the grates on the right side in their pushes. As we go in, we're seeing Chaoszug taking a strong mid position here.
Get the double duty lineup. That's new.
Ooh.
Some Dapple Dooley's action, which I love, and they take out the ballpoint right away, and that's shoot down on the side of Double Date, and that's gonna give Chaoszug the chance to combine those clips and start pushing in.
Yep, and they do get that power climb in. However, two of them down, but it's just the ballpoint alive. The Tetra's there, tetering around, getting some clams in there, stalling the basket for their Charger to get a couple more clams in there, but it looks like Double Date is regaining their plat and looking to move into mid now.
And now, down to 65, a good push to start off, but now they're going to have to be careful here. We do see two on the side of Double Date go down again, and that's going to be giving Chaoszug the chance to really push in here and get that map control that they need. The Jet trying to get whatever picks that they can here on those dualies, and it's not going to work, and it looks like they just barely die after that dodge roll. And we do see the Tetris and the Dabbles pushing them right away, applying a lot of pressure onto the members of Double Date, and this is going to be really good for them.
Yeah, even though the Inkjet wasn't able to get a pick there, they were able to just hold back Chaoszug enough for their team to get back in and get a couple of picks there, allowing them to move back into mid. But as we see, they're constantly two players down. Chaoszug is just getting the picks they need to hold mid quite well here. With that, more picks. And now with our favorite word, clam. What is it? Clam economy. Clam economy.
We love clam economy. We do see 3 down, and with the amount of clams Chaoszug has, they're gonna make a huge push with that wipeout. It's gonna be a lot on the board for Chaoszug, and Double Date needs.
This could be potentially a knockout for Chaoszug here. Double Date pushing back in as much as they can, picking up that pity clam so they can get an extra. There's only 14 more points left on the board. The T-Tech trying to get in, but just not quite enough. But that Tetra is still playing around on the plat, just going down there.
And we do see that Sniper getting whatever picks that they can. They do not want any of the members of Double Date trying to get into mid here. And another pick that's going to be huge. The Stamper going down there. And this Charge is taking such a good position. Another 2 down on the side of Double Date. And Chaoszug is doing a really good job of just keeping that mid area, having that pain, taking all the clips that they can there. But I believe the Dapples is just chilling in Double Date's base right now. Getting another double over there.
Double pick. This Tetra is, and a third too. Can they make it a quad here? The Zap is dropping in, trying to hold them back. Chaoszug looking to get a push in. The strikes come out, helping their teammates take some more space there, playing around. Unable to get that climb in.
Oh,
no.
It looks like the members of Double Date are just kind of filing in. And another 2 go down to that bomb. And now Chaoszug is picking up as many clams as they can, getting ready for another push. Trying to get that penalty down is really going to help them now. And there goes another claim onto the barrier. Trying to just lower the penalty. They have a minute left, so they could either stall this out or try to go for the KO. And I think they are trying to go for the KO here, but with Shaggy going down there, we just see Bazinga alive. And it looks like they're going to be moving out there. But we do see the Tetras really just acting as a distraction, getting just whatever picks that they can here. And with the ball point down there, we do see the T-Tech getting another pick. And with 40 seconds left, this is looking really promising for Chaoszug.
Yeah, they've managed to maintain mid pretty much the whole game here. It looks like we're getting a push in through with this T-Tech here. The Zap, sorry. Trying to give space for Double Date to move in to finally get a push in. They get a pick there. This could be the push for Double Date here. Oh no, going down to the snipe there. It's up to the Stamper to keep it going. They get the clam in, but their team is 2 down, and it's just the T-Tech alive here with no special to push in. Their teammates.
This is going to be really hard for them here, and they're 2 down. The overtime just barely cuts it off.
Basket closing. Yeah, Chaoszug just those Tetras in their base for like a good solid 30 seconds there. Absolutely dominating, taking out 3 players as well while their team gets back into mid and gathers their clams together. Just insane. And it's what you expect from a Tetras. Like, they're there to distract, they're there to hold attention for your other teammates to work themselves together, build up special and push in as well. They just did a really good job.
What I'm saying is that, the Tetras and the Dapples, they're really, as you said before, they're really acting as those distractions as the Charger is getting those great picks off of the members of Double Date. And I think going into the second match, if we do see that double dually lineup, I think they're going to run the same thing. They're going to just try to be those distracting factors while the Charger picks off whoever that they can. And Double Date, they got to team up, get rid of those dualies, and then try to rush that tower. That's what they really got to do if they want to win Game 2 and send this into a Game 3.
Yeah, it's interesting with Tetras, they hold so much attention, but at the same time, you need to 2v1 Tetras. They will just pick you off one by one if you're not working together, taking different angles. So it's kind of a catch and pull there with how you deal with the Tetras. I'll be curious to see if they do run the double dualies on TC Inkblot. I just query whether the double dualies can do it on this map. What are your thoughts, Matt?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I played Clapples in Splatoon 2. I've been playing them since 2019, and I still sometimes play them today. But when I went into competitive Splatoon, I kind of had to drop them for K-Shot. So, I played this a lot with Clapples, and I don't think this map's really changed too much when it was ported into Splatoon 3. And I have to say, it was kind of a tricky map. Inkblot was definitely a tricky map to fight on with Dapples. But maybe with the Reef Slider, they can just try to clear out the enemy's bats. I think that's going to be really good if they do decide to run it.
Yeah,
but I think Tetras is also going to be... I think Tetras is probably the better pick other than Dapples. I hate to say it, but it's true.
Well, I mean, they could run a light Tetras and have that Zipcaster to take, those high points that you see on Inkblot and displace their backline bullplane if they run the bullplane again as a distraction, as Tetras do, and have that make way for the Dapples to move in. Anyway, we're off to our next match.
And here we go. And they see these comps coming out there, and there's the Dapples, and they're actually switching off the Tetras.
They changed to the Splash Neo. Interesting change off here.
Going into this, the Fire Fin Charger with the Tri-Strike is really going to help them out here. And as the members, we do see the Zap on the side of Double Date going down there. And 2 down there, there goes that Stamper. And this is Chaoszug's chance to really start pushing in here. There comes those Tri-Strikes.
They have triple Tri-Strikes here. This team is going to be taking every making room for those Dapples to move in, especially the Tri-Strikes, providing coverage, providing ink and turf. They're already in their bats, in their plat. An extra set of Tri-Strikes coming through, flushing through Lily here. Unfortunately getting picked It's just going to be tri-strikes, and more tri-strikes with a triple coming off. Holy moly. And we can see Chaoszug has just taken this whole map.
You see that Reef Slider going right into their base, past that third checkpoint, and Double Date, they need to rush in here to go down there, and they pick up the tower. The T-Tech also goes down there. It's just that Dapple's remaining, but they get another double, and now they just have to fight that Zap off.
The Zap's dropped into mid. They'll be looking to get back towards tower here to stop any jumps coming through. Need to secure this pick on the Dapple's pick it off. Double Date managing to push that tower back out of their base, which is very important because they were very close to a KO there. Reslider coming out, taking out someone else. These Dapples just have control over their whole
Dapples, I love whoever this Dapples player is. That's a Dapple main and a part of Dapple Productions. They're really showing off here.
They're carrying the motive of the Dapples, but going down to the Stamper there. The strikes are gonna flush out the rest of the players there. It's only the VP alive. They need to drop in, otherwise, and that's game to Chaoszug.
We've seen some really fast-paced games happening. Even round 1 and round 2. Indeed,
that was absolutely. They had control of mid from basically the get-go. Double Date was kind of hanging around on their plat. Kind of didn't. I don't know if they were trying to just see what was happening, trying to take it slower, but that ultimately let Chaoszug just bleat through mid, and there's Dapples getting in, especially with the triple tri-strike. Like, it was such a key play for those Dapples to get onto the bats and, you know, take out those 3 players, and they could just easily push the tower along while their 3 main players were ahead.
And that was just such a strong game for Chaoszug. I mean, those Dapples really just rushing in, taking control of their plat was huge. And Double Date, they really just kind of fed into them. You know, they had to get rid of those Dapples, but it's just so hard. You know, the second that Reslider's activated and you're beyond canceling it, you gotta try to roll out of the way, or else you're gonna go boom boom.
Indeed, especially up that ramp to the top of their plat. I mean, that BP had to address it, and it really drew their attention away from what was happening on the last check there. Yeah, I'm just still like sitting in shock, like, oh my god, the Dapples.
Very fast. I mean, they really used Dapples well. I mean, even with the range, it having one of the I don't even know. And I've been maining Dapples for over 5 years. Dapples, you know, it has some of the shortest range in the game, and they didn't even care. They just rushed in, getting all of those picks were huge, and they were able to use the Reef Slider and Torpedo combo to really help.
Indeed, it's crazy. I mean, I'm sure. I wonder if they're a one-trick Dapple player, because that dedication and like they just knew exactly what they wanted to do next and where they wanted to go. Because you're really playing quite solo as a Dapple player there. Besides like your teammates' strikes helping you, so you're holding a lot of attention, and your teammates can just sweep up the rest if you go down.
Yeah. And Dapples, I mean, you really need to aim well with it. Even if it does have a really fast fire rate, you got to make sure you're aiming those shots completely well, even if you are like right next to your opponent. Even when I was trying to grind X rank on Splatoon 2, I mean, I was able to get 2500 with Clapples, but it's really trying to find the maps and modes that favored it. I mean, Clan Blitz, it's really strong. Having Torpedo and Reslider really helps out. And I've never really seen Dapples used too much in tower control, and they were able to use it really well, which I like.
Yeah, they were. And again, like using those Resliders at key moments, taking bats, taking their plat. They just knew what to do. Congrats to that Dapple player. I feel like that was the MVP Dapple player right there.
But I want to see the KDs after that.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what? How? Oh, can we get a Swiss? Can we get a screenshot?
Yeah. And
So how are we looking for our bracket currently for round 2?
looks like at least half of the sets are done.
And a
We
couple
have a bunch
still.
happening. I want to see, is French domination 2-0ing? They did 2-0! French domination!
Giraffe Journey as well to owing the Salmonellas. Maybe the Salmonellas got a little bit sick there. Sorry, bad pun. Yeah, wow. We're almost about halfway through. Maybe a couple of people haven't reported yet. But very interesting. Again, lots of 2-0s happening here. We're seeing a lot of sweeps on these rounds.
Yeah. And I think we're going to take a small little break as we're waiting for the rest of these maps to finish up. And I think we're going to see a lot more. And I just want to point out, there has been 1-2-1 this entire tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Every other match has been a 2-0.
Complete sweep. The 2-1 going between roommates and piece of cheese in round 1. But you know, we still got a round to finish. There might be another one. We could have a second on the board for there. But yeah, domination happening across the rounds. So stick by, round 3 will be happening soon, and we'll see you there.